Hi, good morning, guys. Welcome to the first episode of Tuts Tangents. Basically, I'm Tut, and what I'm going to be doing is going off on a spiel about a topic I've been feeling recently, um, whether it's art related, gaming related, life related, anything. And I'm just going to talk about it with you guys. Uh, and if you guys have any opinions on it, you can leave it down in the comments below, whatever. So let's roll right on into this. Uh, so, one of the things I've been battling, has been depression. Um, and something that I realize, especially recently, is it's one of those things where it's extremely negative, but depression is also an amazing thing. Now, hear me out. Hear me out with this. Um, the reason why I say, and it's situational. This is more based upon a situation, or any situation where something is causing you to have feelings of doubt, just anxiety, things where you don't want to get up in the bed, you don't want to get up from bed in the morning, all things like that. For me personally, I've been struggling mainly because my whole life situation has kind of changed recently. I've made a big change. I've moved in the past month. I got a full-time job, and before that, I was pretty much just a homemaker. Um, so it's hard. But aside from that, I also do things like art and, I'm creative and things like that. And one thing that I've found, even in the past, when it comes to the way that I like to live, is I like to be able to have those creative outlets and stuff like that. So, little backstory. I'm a mom, obviously. I'm married. I game. I like to play games like Fortnite, Overwatch. I've played games like StarCraft 2. I've played rhythm games. I've played like a whole lot of games. You may or may not know me from my Twitch channel, but aside from gaming and stuff like that, I've done art pretty much my whole life. I mainly do anime and realistic stuff, and just the whole spiel. I love doing anything art related. So when I was first figuring out that I wanted to do art and stuff like that, like full time, I wanted to be a freelancer, all that stuff. At the time, when I was figuring that out, I went through a lot of hoops. Like, I had gone to college for a little bit. I decided that wasn't for me. At least not in graphic design, which was what I went to college for a semester. I decided not to do that. I changed my mind. Not really changed my mind, but the path that I wanted to go down wasn't involving a degree in graphic design whatsoever. Though now I say maybe it would help out just a little bit with certain things so I can actually get into the art field for a normal job, being on a payroll. But so I changed my mind for that. I was like, nah, it's not going to work for right now, because at the time I was freelancing and I think I was doing pretty well at it. So fast forward, I ended up getting a job at a place called Uniqlo. I was working overnight. It wasn't a full-time job. It wasn't labeled as a full-time job because it would get up to like 39.5 hours a week, whatever. So I'd work that job, and because it was overnights, it was very stressful on my body. And aside from that, I found that I couldn't do things during the day because I just want to sleep during the day. I wouldn't want to go out, none of that. So I wasn't getting any sunlight, none of blah, 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 all that spiel, all that stuff. So I wasn't very happy, doing that either, because when it came down to it, like at the end of the day, I was spending 40 hours a week working that job. And anytime I'd go home, I wouldn't feel as creative as I did when I was just being creative and just creating constantly. Um, Instead, most of my efforts were focused on the job and stuff like that, and it got to the point to where I started dreaming about the job. So I felt like it invaded my whole entire life. That's kind of the situation I'm in right now, uh, where I feel like my whole life is kind of revolving around this job. Like, it's not a bad job, it's a great job. The people are great. And obviously I have a family to support, so I have to do this right now. This is one of the things that I've decided I'm going to work at. And I'm going to continue to keep that stable income in there so we don't have to worry and stuff like that, and support my family and the roof over our heads. But that's mainly my dilemma. And the reason why I say depression for me right now is one of those things where it's amazing. I say amazing in the sense to where it lets me know, it's letting me know that I am unhappy and I'm frustrated. And it's one of those things where if you don't come to that realization where it's like, I'm frustrated with the situation I'm in, how can I make it better? How can I move forward? How can I make things easier on myself? How can I make this feeling go away? That kind of thing, where it's like, why am I not satisfied with what's going on in my life? Right now, life isn't bad. Life isn't bad. A lot of people would be like, oh, it's not even that big of a deal. Why are you depressed? And I'm just here like, everybody gets upset and down about different things in their life. And I think it's important to know why those feelings are there, why you're feeling down. My first initial thought of why I was depressed was actually more female based. I thought that it was because I was PMSing. That could have been part of it, but really it's not. It's the whole my life has changed situation, all of that. And these changes were on purpose. And it's not a bad thing. But it is one of those things that's allowing me to come to terms with the fact that I don't have as much time now to do the other activities I would rather be doing, whether it's creating, whether it's like gaming, talking to my friends, whatever, spending more time with my kids. I don't have that time that I used to have. I don't have all the time. And a lot of people do this. This is a daily thing. They work their job, they come home, and whether or not they have hobbies afterwards or, things like that, they don't have as much time as they would like. And I find that that's where I'm getting all my frustration from, and all of my irritability, anxiety, just general annoyance. I'm so frustrated with myself that in the mornings when I want to wake up early in the morning, I'm like, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I can't do it. I can't, physically I could do it. But there are times when I won't hear my alarm. I'll just sleep right through it. And then I'll wake up, it'll be like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, shit, I should have got up earlier. But then I'm just like, forget it. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm just going to go back to sleep. So I go back to sleep until I have to start getting up and getting ready for work. And it's one of those things where you have to push yourself. And I need to push myself. I'm so upset and irritated with myself because I can't just get up. Just get the fuck up and go do what you wanted to do the night before that you told yourself you were going to do in the morning. It's not that hard. Mentally it is. Mentally it's very difficult. Physically it's not hard. Physically you can just get up, you go, you do it. Stop making excuses. Like, set 50 alarms if you have to. Don't just set one, don't just set two, set like five alarms. Get yourself up in the morning, get up, go. It's so just frustrating. It's so irritating, and that's what I've been dealing with recently. is I'm not as active as I want to be on social media. I'm not as happy when it comes to my creating because I have like commissions backed up, I got things backed up, and I'm just here like the thing that I'm doing. I'm going to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I am so frustrated. Like I'm pushing myself so hard to the point to where I'm bringing on this depression, and I shouldn't. When you do things that are beneficial to whether it's your living situation or whatever, that part should not be interfered with in a sense to where it shouldn't be one of those things where, okay, well, I got to get rid of this. No, you have to stick with whatever it is that's keeping you under your roof. Comfortably being able to pay for your bills, pay for your food, stuff like that, take care of your family. You know, you have to keep that there. And you have to realize that certain things have to be sacrificed, whether it's your sleep, whether it's that extra exercise you were going to do or something ridiculous. And just the thought of that irritates me so much. It makes me wish there was 48 hours in the day, so half of my day I'd go to work and then half of my day I could come back and whether it's draw, paint, games, something to just allow my creativity to breathe. And I'm letting this frustration out now. I'm letting it out to you guys. I'm letting it out for myself. I'm so frustrated and I'm so irritated, and I wish I could do more. I really do. So that is part of the reason why I'm starting my podcast now. I wanted to do a revamp of my stream, of my podcast, how I wanted it to look, but you know what? Time is still there. Time is still present. I still have a couple hours in the day during the week to do my thing. I have the weekend. I have all that freaking time. And you have to realize time is always going to be there. When you're sitting and you're worrying about things, nothing gets done. So in those 5 minutes when I'm sitting and worrying, I'm just going to fucking do shit. So that's why right now I'm doing this. It is freaking 11:47 for me. It is early. Usually I'd be up around this time. I would just be waking up now. But I woke up at 8:30 this morning. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy. I'm actually like up and doing stuff. And it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling. So when I say depression is amazing, I don't mean the feeling. The feeling is fucking terrible. The feeling of not wanting to get up, not wanting to do anything, just wanting to just be a blob in your bed all day. It's fucking terrible. And I'm fucking pissed and I'm fucking frustrated and I'm not dealing with it anymore. I refuse to let those feelings keep me from being creative, from doing the things that I know will make me feel fulfilled, that will make me feel fulfilled, refreshed, happy, and I'm just gonna do them. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the podcast, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my little rant, my tangent, as you will, and I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday, an amazing Monday, because Mondays will come and go, Tuesdays will come and go, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, until the end of our days. So, peace out, guys.